Hey everyone, for those who subscribe to my channel, you've probably seen that I've recently got a new bike. For those who have just joining me now, if you go through my past videos you'll be able to see that the bikes I've had and how I've ended up with two bikes. So I thought it was time to do my first vlog and maybe explain why I've ended up with two bikes, or why on earth, some of you might be wondering, I bought another small bike after having the SV1000. So maybe this will explain it. Gravel road. One of the reasons I've got the Scorpio is because obviously it was a cheap bike, but also I wanted to get something that'll let me explore the other parts of New Zealand. And if any of you live in New Zealand, like I do, you'll know all the nice parts are the parts that aren't paved. The nasty gravel roads and the dirt roads and all that. So obviously with the SV, I wasn't able to do much of that, because every time I try, the soft compound tires would get absolutely demolished, or, not demolished, but you get quite a lot of cuts in the tires, and obviously it wasn't ideal. The SV is not made for this. The torque was too much for the gravelly road, and I just didn't want to ruin that bike because it's in such good condition. You get all the stones flicking up on the fairings and on the engine, and maybe we'll go this way. Anyway, so just to show you, the reason I bought it is to obviously explore, and that's what I'm doing today. I've never been through this road before. I just decided to jump on here and check the cameras on. Yep. Jump on this road and see what I can find. Hopefully you can hear his clear audio. But yeah, while I'm at it, I may as well give you just a brief history of how I got into riding the bikes that I've had and where I've ended up. Cool spot. I started riding, I think about 3 years ago, almost now. Oh, sheep. I guess that's what everyone thinks New Zealand's full of. And here you go, lots of sheep. Sheep on the road. Yeah. The whole reason I started riding, I started riding 3 years ago, and it was when I tried one of my friend's bike. It was a 250 Suzuki GSX, and yeah, 10 seconds into riding it, I knew I wanted to get a bike. But back then, I didn't really have a big budget for a bike, so I ended up buying a Suzuki GN250, which is kind of a cruiser slash commuter bike, and learned to ride on that bike, and 2 months afterwards got really sick of it. It just wasn't the style of bike I was after, and really slow, vibrated a lot. Anyway, it was a good bike to learn on. 2 months later, surely enough, just like everyone said I would, got sick of it, sold it, and that's when I got the Ninja 250, and that's where I started making videos with the Ninja 250. And if you go back to my earliest videos, the first video I did was with that black Ninja 250, and I had the Ninja 250 for a year and a half, and whoa, nice. See, this is what I mean. Go on a random road, looked like a farm road. I'm literally in the middle of country land. You end up on a nice coastline like this, and that's exactly what I couldn't do on the SV, and that's why I wanted something like this to putt around on. That's awesome. But yeah, had the Ninja 250 for about a year and a half. Whoa, bumpy. Really bumpy. Yeah. Learned to ride on that bike pretty much. Got a couple of dust there. Yeah. Learned to ride on the, sorry, a bit bumpy. See if we can get up now. Yep. There's a way up. what I'm talking about. Just randomly taking some random road and ending up at a coastline like this, which I couldn't do with the SV, and that's what this bike is all about, and that's what this vlog is all about. Yeah, keep getting distracted. Ninja 250. I'll keep. Yeah, got the Ninja 250. Learned to ride that bike pretty well. Ride it to its limits. Learned body positioning, throttle control, counter steering, everything on that bike. And after a year and a half, I was ready to move up. And I'm kind of really glad I stuck to the Ninja 250 for so long, or a year and a half. Is because it taught me everything I knew and it got me confident to riding. And then when I reached the limits of that bike and I kind of felt I was starting to get bored with it, and I was getting confident with it, that's when I decided to upgrade. Let's turn around here, go back up the road. Pretty new to this, so don't want to fall down. Here we go. Okay. Oh no, stuck behind the caravan. Alright. I guess there'll be more time to explain and concentrate and talk. So, after getting used to the Ninja 250, to be honest, I kind of wanted to keep it and get a bigger bike, so I could always have, the small fun bike as a run around, but I had to sell it in order to be able to afford the new bike. As those of you who subscribe to my channel would have seen, I was initially wanting to get a 600, but I couldn't find anything within my budget because I was after a more modern 600, so I wanted something 2007 upwards maybe, and they're all quite a bit expensive, and the ones that were within my price range were either crashed or not the bike that I was after. Anyway, long story short, one of my videos shows I test rode the SV650, and after trying the V-twin, I fell in love with it. The torque had power everywhere, and I started looking for SV650 and couldn't really find many for sale, but I did find an SV1000 for sale. Went to the guy's house. He was relocating and he had to get rid of it within the week, so I jumped on it, test rode it, and to be honest, it scared the crap out of me because I'd only been used to the Ninja 250. And just the sound of it, the power, the handling, for me, was a massive upgrade, and I instantly fell in love with it, and I bought that bike and took home the same day. And that's the bike I've been riding for the past year, the SV1000S. But since then, I've kind of not gotten sick of, but I've just felt road riding kind of becoming repetitive. I've always wanted to do a little bit of off-roading, but I didn't want to get a dirt bike where I'd have to kind of take it on a trailer and take it to the dirt track. And so I thought about getting a road legal dirt bike, or just selling the SV and getting a supermoto or something like that. But I realized I always want to keep the SV1000 just because I do like sports bikes, and it's something I really do enjoy riding. So I'm keeping the SV, and I decided to just use some extra cash to buy something cheap, and that's where we got the Scorpio. It's obviously kind of, I guess you could call it a commuter bike. It's got the spoke wheel, so it runs an inner tube, so it's kind of ideal for getting knobbly tires fitted on it and taking it on trail riding and stuff like that. But anyway, it's a really cheap bike, so I picked this up to do exactly what I'm doing right now, just explore random off-roads, end up at places I haven't seen before, and yeah, that's how I've ended up with two bikes. And I just thought I might go this way, see what's this way. I thought I'd use this bike as well to kind of learn how to work on bikes in terms of maintenance and stuff like that, because I've kind of always not wanted to fiddle too much with the SV. But just having this bike, I've already, done quite a few things maintenance wise, and it's definitely boosted my confidence up, and being able to work on a bike and not worry about breaking something or anything like that. First week I had it, got a puncture, had to take the rear wheel off, everything off, get the tube out, get all that done. So although that was a pain, that was a good learning experience. And yeah, that's what this bike is all about, just exploring all these places and learning how to work on bikes and stuff like that. And who knows, if I really get into this, maybe I'll look at getting something like a supermoto down the line or something like that, so I can have the best of both worlds. But for now, I think I'm definitely keeping the ASV and just enjoying this little bike. That's also the fun of having a small bike again, is just that laugh you get of having to literally rev the life out of it just to get it moving anywhere. Oh, this is a nice place. Yeah, you absolutely have to give it full throttle just to get it up there compared to the ASV, and it just brings back the fun of learning to ride, with the bonus of being able to take it off-road and do cool stuff like this. I know Chase on two wheels, he after crashing the R6 and then getting it stolen, and the long story, I'm sure most of you know about that, he ended up getting the small supermoto, and a lot of people, of course that's in the stream, a lot of people kind of kept saying, oh come on, get the R6, stuff like that. And you know, until you try a different type of bike that can kind of take you these places, and if you're always used to sports bikes, until you try it yourself, you can't really explain the fun of it. But I guess that's the cool thing about having both, is when you miss riding through twisties, take a bigger bike, go through twisties. When you feel like some adventure, jump on this bike and do this kind of stuff. Oh, looks like it did end. Turn back this way. Yeah. See what I can see from here. Yeah, anyway, so that's how I've ended up with this bike, and I guess that's I don't know if you call it brief, but that's a bit of a history about how I got into riding, why I've ended up with this bike, and what I'm thinking about in the future in terms of a supermoto. If I was to get a supermoto, it probably would mean I have to get rid of the SV, so that's why I'm not sure if I'm going to go there or not yet. Maybe not, who knows. But yeah, just thought I'd do a vlog because this is a long time overdue. I've never actually done a riding vlog. But yeah, just to explain a few things. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, of some of the stuff I get up to, and some of the new places I've been exploring, let me know. But if you prefer the music videos, I'm still going to be uploading music style videos like that onto here. And yeah, hopefully you can hear all this using the iPhone mic, so I'm not sure how great it's going to come. Anyways, I'm going to keep going through here, and if I find anything cool like this, I'll be sure to put up. Yeah, take it easy, ride safe, and hopefully we'll be putting up a few more videos like this. See ya!